Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ask Granny. I'm Angie. It's good to see you all. Like, y'all don't know who I am. Checking in, I'm going to peek over at the YouTube, and yes, I'm live. Wonderful. All's working well. Was having computer glitches earlier. Couldn't figure out what the cat hair was going on, and it was my power strip had kicked off. The electricity, that thing you can't see but you believe in. That's funny. Crack me up. And let's see who we've got. We've got Dave, Critical Cripple. We've got Mr. Shadow Kitty, a bit of tea and Danish, my sweet Linda. We got Junk Shop Library. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for the retweet. And Nerdy's here. Hi, Nerdy. Wonder if Granny would impeach Trump. Short answer, yes. And that's part of the reason I'm in such a good mood today. But I digress with the Lord Felter Snatch situation. I have no effect on that whatsoever, so I kind of have just let it run its course, and I don't put too much stress or sadness or any of that into his tomfoolery because it's only temporary, y'all. He can't stay forever, and I don't think he's going to get reelected. That's just my opinion. I don't cite any sources, just watching what's going on and reading things and such as that. So today is a special day. It is Granny Live. Who'd have thunk it? I did it once before when I was doing the fundraiser for Ansgar and Growly, and it was good, but it was a bunch of folks in there with me, and it was more like a bunch of pals hanging out, and it was nice, but I thought I would try a solo go. I've not done this before with warm breathing and a live audience. So, y'all bear with me if I get a little rambly, because, yeah, I think you kind of like when I do that. I don't know. At some point, we'll probably take these off because they don't actually help me see much. So, I'm going to do a lot of this. So let's get this ball rolling. Anybody got a question for Granny besides would I impeach Trump? Because yes, that is a big that yes. I'd really like to kind of punch him in the nose, but I know that would get me in lots of trouble. Lots and lots of trouble. So I won't do that. I will continue on my pacifist quest to not hit people. It works out pretty good most of the time. I have yet to actually cut loose on anybody in a physical sort of way. So even my kids only got mild swats once in a while. And I don't really do that anymore either because it didn't work, it didn't help. So you know better, you do better. There's that. Where's all my questioners? Y'all don't forget to hit the like and the share. Tweet me out, Facebook me, whatever you want to do. I am on Facebook. All my links are down there. I do have a Patreon. It's new, and I will need input as to what you guys want over there. So I have a few things put up as rewards, but I'm always willing to add to that or do special things for anybody. Hmm. Christmas is coming. I've got my red shawl and my green shirt. And I thought about doing the chroma key thing through my camera. That's why the screen is back here. I have blue on one side and green on the other. Do I still hate my sister? I do. I do. I still love her too. I mean, you got to know that's that family dynamic thing. I do love my sister, but I really, 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 really strongly dislike her personality wise. And we are so completely and utterly opposite of each other that we're just like oil and water. We don't mix well unless you add some spices, such as the death of a loved one, where we have to come together and congeal for a little while and make stuff happen, which we are actually very good at. And so, yeah, we're kind of like Italian dressing right now. We're all spiced and shook up and working together, and things will work out. And after that, when the salad is finished, everything will just kind of separate, and the spice will settle, and the oil will float, and the vinegar will not. That's my salad dressing analogy for me and her. She's actually a decent human. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. She's a good person. Actually a good person. We just do not get along. It's a long family dynamic. She told me as soon as I was sentient that she did not like me and was not happy the day that I came home from the hospital, and has not been happy since. So it kind of started off rough. It is, and it can be a way to look at things when you have to deal with people that you don't really get along with, but you don't have a choice. Just add something to make it spicy and work together until you don't have to anymore. Analogy, metaphor, I think in that kind of the same thing. A metaphor is more of a phrase, and a analogy is more of a story. So I would say our relationship is Italian dressing would be a metaphor. See, I do English too, even though live in the South and speak Southern. These things are going to give me a headache at some point. Thank you, Jump Shop. And thank you, Linda. What else? Anybody else got any questions? How about I ask you one? What y'all doing for the holidays? Do you holiday? Do you not holiday? Do you have your own little things you do that maybe we could steal? I've stolen a tradition from Purple with the keeping a candle lit on the solstice. I like that very much, and I am going to teach my children about that, and I think that's cool. And yes, I have a Christmas tree, and it is covered with mostly really old ornaments, like stuff my kids made in kindergarten and things that were on my family tree when I was a kid. I have some very old pieces. Let me see. Yes, my tree is right here. This is what was my little brother's rocking horse, one of his favorite little ornaments. And I was fortunate enough to become possessor of that and other like things. Do I make resolutions? I have done that in the past, and I always fail miserably. So I generally just don't. I kind of make resolutions every day. I'm one of those people who goes to bed at night going, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to get up and exercise, or tomorrow I'm going to get up and whatever thing I should tell myself that I should probably do. It's kind of like we were talking on Girls Night the other night about feeling guilty when you take time for yourself. I don't really have that problem. I have a lazy streak that I confess to and embrace because it's going to be me forever. So I get stuff done when I get stuff done. But yeah, I do those resolution things pretty regularly and almost always fail because you got to set realistic goals for yourself. You have to not reach for that pie in the sky or that ultimate finished product. You got to take baby steps, especially on the big things. Like I know I really, really, really need to stop smoking tobacco. But it's really hard, and I've tried lots of times, and I have already got weight issues, and I'm afraid that I will blow up like a balloon. And my knees and my feet already hurt all the time, and I don't want to add any more girth or tonnage to the lower extremities if I can help it. So that's kind of my excuse is where it's really hard and I won't like it. And I have no willpower. What present do you get for the person who has everything? I would just have to gift them with my glorious presence and say, now what you got for me? Because if you got everything, the only thing you don't have would be me. So I'll be your friend and you can buy me presents if you have everything, or I'll even come to your yard sale. I like yard sales. Is it right to platform people? You know what? I don't know what that means exactly. So wait, wrong stream. Oh, no, nope, nope. Everything's fair game in here today. I set myself up for this, and any questions are uh, allowed. And Linda says, what else do I smoke? Well, for a long time, I was afraid to say anything in any sort of public way, not because I think I'll ever run for office, because that's not happening. I don't want that job, but mostly because my dad never knew and didn't want him to. And so, yes, I do imbibe in the wacky tobacco. It is my self medication. It keeps me from being a rather horrid bitch. So, keeps the roller coaster going smoothly, more like a nice little Disney train ride. And, shakes finger. I'm not naughty. I'm not naughty. I see a future now where I will not be considered a criminal in my state. If I could find a doctor who could prescribe it for me, that would make me legal really fast. But we're working on that. We're working on that too. Yes, Texas is pretty horrible at the moment. It has been good in the past. Texas was a blue state. It has been more than once. And if I leave, I can't help but stay and fix it. So I'm sticking around. I'm still, deep in the heart of Texas. It's the start of the David Worley question of doom to Lance Grigorchuk. Okay. I know who David Worley is, and I like him very much. I was supposed to be on his show last week, but other things kind of got in the way, and so we're going to have to reschedule, and I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know Lance or Doom. I am a firm believer in the medical benefits of marijuana. I have tried the CBD gummies, and they don't do anything for me. Like, yay, candy. It was tasty, but there didn't seem to be any side effect, or what maybe is this supposed to be desired effect. Could be because I have been self-medicating for 30 years. No, almost 40. Almost 40. So yeah, it's part of the problem why I can't remember stuff all the time, but I just blame that on age now. That's a super out. Okay. I see. Kitty's on the wagon train. That's why I say if I'd have been born earlier, I would have made a good hippie. I've been living in a commune somewhere and not having to wash my hair. Ooh, pardon me. Who's next? What do we got? Where is everybody? Come in here. And how many questions I get decides on how long this stream lasts. So there's that. I'm sort of good at talking to myself. I had a lot of practice. I had many, many years of talking to myself. Thought I was hanging out with Sky Daddy. And that's a really good feeling, is knowing that all those times I thought I was getting all that good advice, it was me giving myself advice. So I'm pretty damn smart. I got myself out of some pretty hairy stuff back then and thought it was magic, you know? So I think that's a good thing. And I do things differently now, like very differently. I see things differently. I look at things differently. Do I know Howard? Did I smoke before the stream? Of course I did. You gotta drop the anxiety just a touch before you get on stage, you know. Even divas have stage fright. Do I know Howard? Howard D's nuts. No, I don't. And hello, Boxmate. You're a newbie. Nice to see you. Welcome to Crazy Town, which is also known as my house. Do I know Howard? No, I like Howard the Duck. That was a movie I enjoyed. Have y'all seen Howard the Duck? I like Howard the Duck. Yes, if you see me, I've probably had some. Like that's I try to keep the levels. You know, one when you get up, one after lunch, and not a whole one, but some when you get up, some after lunch, and some before you go to bed. That's kind of how it goes. And if there's something stressful coming up, I will try and find a quiet moment alone for partakeage. Yeah, it's cool that you asked me that because I finally feel free to talk about such things. I'm not afraid of getting arrested because this stage of my life, jail would be like a vacation. 3 squares and only have to make my bed? Yeah, buddy. Somebody, somebody not asking me questions all the time would be cool. No, just playing. You'd think I'd be sick of it. I have little kids here and it's constant. Granny, why this? Granny, why that? But that's why I come to you guys because I like grown-up questions that I can actually answer. Kid questions are hard. Kid questions are really hard. Anybody got plans for our holiday season? Got stuff coming up? I'm not going anywhere. I hope that I don't go anywhere. I do have to go pick up some Christmas gifts still. I'm not done shopping. Ugh. I love shopping and I love giving presents. I hate just having to wait until Christmas or whatever to give it to them. I want them to have it now. Look what I got you. Look, here, love me immediately. Okay, that's making me a little drunk. Sorry. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Oh, you know what I should do? I should get, I think I have one of those chains, where the granny hangs its glasses around the neck. Most of the time they just go up there. Boxmate, where are you from, honey? How'd you find me? I'm curious. I wonder if there was that's not a troll, is it? Like, did I fall? Oh, that would be fun. I don't think so. Howard D's Nuts is really tame. Like, if it's a troll, it's a super mellow troll, and we can handle that in here. That'd be great. Come and play, box mate. I know that's not why I'm always smiling either. I know that's what you think. She's fake. She always high. No, because I don't get high. I get I get okay, and then I'm good, and I can go do dishes, and I can go in to do all that stuff. Man, I just realized how far behind the YouTube chat is. Holy cannolis. Found it is as hard to wait to give people their presents now as it was to wait to get them when I was a kid. It is. I totally agree with that. Celebrating Christmas with aunt and cousin. Oh, good. I hope those are people you enjoy being around because that makes it a lot easier. I did just get to spend some time with my family, so I don't have to worry about going to see them. I do not socialize with my in-laws unless it's an emergency. And the husband says, please, I need you to go. Then I will go. And I'm really hoping that doesn't happen this year. Usually he's good to take the kids and go. They did that for Thanksgiving. So when am I going to get my blue screen going? Well, it actually does work. The problem is the program that I'm using it's got like a bad delay, and I haven't figured out how to fix that. But it actually does work. I have I could show you that it kind of works. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Can I make this happen live on air? This could be scary. First, we go in here, and then we do this, and then you can't see me for a minute, and then I come over here and I click on this thing, and I scroll, and click that, and we shall see what happens. Now, I did try to do this earlier, and although my shirt is green, it's a nice dark green. The camera thinks it's blue, so this is going to be fine. if it works. Let me look over here and see if it's working. Yay! Okay, see now does my mouth doesn't go with my words, does it? I can't tell. It looks like I'm really delayed. But okay, so then if I do that, and then I come down here and I do, where did it go? This right here. Turn that on. And it's set for green right now, but I could put it on the blue one. Hi! Look what it does to my eyes! The blue messes with my eyes are green too, which is weird because it totally, oh my god, that's so freaky looking. We think. Is that weird enough for you? Technically know how to get it, but I'm gonna have to use, I'm really not, because my computer is lame, that it does the delay. Yeah, I know. It's like, if I get real close. So yeah, it is, I do know how to use it. It's just not compatible. I don't know. I tried to do it in a Hangout too, and it's the same. So it's got to be because of the program. I'm using Logic Capture because I have Logitech camera, and I'm gonna have to switch to OBS or something because this is no bueno with my eyeballs blacked out. And so if I put it on the green, then nothing happens. But I do have, well, I'm not gonna mess with it right now because I'll just knock everything off. I have hat hanging up there too. You want to see my Christmas hat? I'll show you my Christmas hat. Ah, don't break it. Yeah. Fucking bra straps. Oh, Lordy, I think a child's been wearing this. Yeah, I think that was a youngin' had that one on there. Granny's head's too big for that. Ho, ho, ho. No. Okay, now I'm going to get out of this stupid thing. And I'm going to come back over here. And I'm going to click this little who's what's it ding dong dingy. And we are back into reality. My Christmas hat. See? And it's got sparkles or holes. I'm not sure. Yeah, sparkles, I think. Ta-da! Okay, how much damage did we do to the dude? Not a bit, because I like it short, baby. That's exactly why, too. No. Come back. Can't lose my sparkles. Okay, I gotta go over here to the actual chat because this is going too slow for me. Video, yeah, it was, I could see that, and it was irritating. So festive. I'm really not a huge Christmas fan. Never have been, but I really like the music, and I really like that things get all lit up. I like sparkly and light up things. I had some shoes that I still have them, but they don't work. I had some shoes that had the LEDs around the sole, and I could program them to do different colors or different settings. And I love those shoes. I need to get some new. I wore them so much, I absolutely just wore them out. When you walk and the thing bends, and right there where your foot bends, the wires just finally just come loose, and they quit working. It wouldn't recharge or anything anymore. So I can't have that. Hi, Mona Food and Travel. Nice to see you. Welcome to my channel. I am taking random questions from everybody, anybody, anything you'd like to know, ask, or want some advice, because I'm all about giving some advice. I did that so many years doing hair. Y'all don't even know. That's where I got my psychology degree, behind the beauty shop chair. Well, it was good experience. And I learned from other people's mistakes too, which is always good. Learning from your own problems is a good thing, but learning from other people's mess ups is way smart. Like, oh, that didn't work out so good for her. I don't think I'm gonna ever try that. Merry Christmas to you too, Mona. And happy Hanukkah or solstice or any other whatever fun thing you like to do this time of year. I hate winter, so it is good that we do all this brightly lit festive stuff when it's cold. It gives you something to smile about when it's dark and cold and your bones hurt. And yes, I think I giggle too much. So punctuation for my sentences is my he. I have a lot of different laughs too. It depends on how funny something is or if I'm comfortable or uncomfortable. And yeah, I don't know about y'all, but my laugh is weird. It can be as chickeny cackle and witch or howl and snort or, Betty Rubble. I am going to pop this chat out so that I can get over here because it weirds me out to see myself on YouTube with the delay and I get confused. And so that's a thing that happens. No, I'm not blonde, it's white. That's my new disclaimer. I'm not blonde, it's white, it's gray. That's aged wisdom. Bullshit. Greetings from India. Nope. Poof, retracted. Oh dear. Okay. You don't have to worry too much about typos in here because spelling happens. And you would not be the only one in here whose English is not their first language. So make yourself comfortable. Granny's cool to everybody. Except Lord Feltersnatch. I would still like to punch him in the nose. But watching him go down the toilet is just as much fun. Pardon me. So who else has got some questions? Y'all don't forget to share it out. Send it out in the Twitterverse for me. I think all of y'all got more followers than I do. See my candle? This is the candle I bought for the solstice. It says Alpine Forest, and it smells like Christmas trees. Don't sniff it when it's burning, dummy. You got hairs in there. Those automatic grammar mistakes. I hate those when your phone says something you totally didn't mean. I don't use my phone very often for this sort of thing because I can't see the little stuff as well. And so my typos are my own and I own them because there is no predictive text on my laptop. It doesn't autocorrect anything. I have to do it. I mean, it does. It puts the little red underline on it, so I'll know that it's wrong. But if I'm not paying attention and I'm just like angry typing or something, I just send it off and it's like, oh crap, that looks horrible. That's not what I wanted it to say at all. So I have my own worst autocorrect. Yep, autocorrect but never correct. Exactly. So I'm an Android girl. I have not ever owned an Apple product. The only Apple software I have ever used was iTunes, and that was because one of the places I was working, that was their setup they had their own DJ booth and their own setup and all, and I just showed up and used their stuff, and they were using iTunes, and I was like, well, okay, so I'm sort of familiar with it. I don't even know if iTunes is still a thing because that was a long time ago. iPad. Okay. I bought some Kindles for my kids uh, uh, a few months back. We were going to save it for Christmas. And I was like, no, no, no. Let's go ahead and give it to them. It'll be a good, distraction for when I need them to be quiet for 30 minutes or something, Uh, and they went and bought I didn't set it up right because never had one before. And it's just a little different than Windows stuff because it's all like Amazon or something. And so I thought I had it set up as kid tablets, and they went and they downloaded like 200 games, and some of them cost me money, and I didn't even realize it at first. The lady that does our finances, she's my husband's office manager. She kind of takes, does the books and stuff, and she was like, there's some odd charges on here. You need to look at this and see what this is. And so I go digging around, like, what? Oh my God. So I took the tablets away from them and told them they did not get them back until Christmas because they were not grown up. They were not, if they did, couldn't follow, because I told them not to do that. But I thought I had it set up where they couldn't. And so I wasn't really paying. I mean, I watch what they're watching, and I saw their little kitty cat game they were playing, but I had no idea they had 15 kitty cat games. They were all different games that they were playing. So, sneaky little kids. Those are always fun for Christmas. Sneaky little kids. I was one of those kids that used to go hunting in the house for Christmas presents and almost always would find them. So, yeah. Of course, not until I got a little older, mischievous. And I was like, I want to know what I'm getting. I still don't like surprises. To this day, I don't want surprises. I give my husband a list of things. If you're going to get me a gift, here are some things I would like. If you're not going to get me a gift, that's okay because money's tight and I get it. As long as we get the kids squared away, I'm usually okay. But I feel like I'm doing him a favor because he's not good at gifting. Just not his thing. So I give him an out. I was like, here, pick one of these and I will give you big kisses and be all happy. So Danish what? Danish is because she is in Denmark. Yes. I don't know what a Danish here is a cake, like a cinnamon bun kind of thing, or a sticky bun. Morton, oh my God. Something just went crash outside my window, and I don't even want to get up and look at it because don't know, don't care. Wow, that freaked me out just a little bit. If I had to guess, it could very well have been a squirrel. The dog is paying attention to it, but not barking, so it is not a human. Otherwise, the dog would be freaking out, and so no, I'm okay. It's all good. We're safe here. It's probably a tree limb. Yes, husband Morton. That is a bit of tea in Danish. They are a pair, and quite a pair they are. So, who else has got questions? Anybody want to know? What you want to know? What's the meaning of life? Why is the sky blue, Granny? That's the kind of stuff I get at home. Why? Those are the questions I get here. Y'all are better at hows and whats and things. Over here it's just always why. And now they're at the stage where if they ask me why and I tell them, the next thing out of their mouth is, well, how do you know? Y'all think I might be raising some skeptics? How do you know? Well, I read it here. Or my mom told me, and then the inevitable is going to be, well, how did she know? And it's coming. So the 9-year-old is super inquisitive, and the 6-year-old is like a little sponge, man. She just soaks in everything. Why is the sky blue? God can't figure out how to use his green screen. That's excellent. How do you know? I how do I know? It just depends on what you're asking me that I know. Some of it's I've made that mistake and I learned from that, and some of it's I read that somewhere, and some of it somebody told me. And how do we know stuff? We can only know stuff with the small K, like truth with the small T. So I I know what I know, and if I learn later that what I know is wrong, I'm pretty good at readjusting what I think I know. And I try not to say anything if I know that I don't know. I have no problem saying I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I think, but I don't know. So why do I know? Because I'm old, baby, and I pay attention. Because I want to know. And I like learning stuff. It's getting harder the older I get to learn things, specifically technology. And I'm easily intimidated, even though I'm not ignorant about it. I've been computering since 1980 something. So it's you know what? That is the best question I've heard. Where is Doorknob Head? And surely he's not asleep. I don't think he does sleep. I don't think Doorknob Head sleeps. Maybe he hibernates for a little while or something. I don't know, but Doorknob Head is everywhere. He's probably somewhere else, busy, and that's what I would guess. Doorknob Head is like bacon. He makes the chats better, doesn't he? Everybody likes Doorknob Head. And anybody who don't, can kiss my honey. It's my favorite little pest. Like having a pet mosquito. Just kidding. Just kidding. This fucking raw is killing me. That's what happens when you have shoulders like a football player that just like that. Should put sticky tape on it or something. You told him, no, you ordered him to be here. Make him do your dishes as punishment for not showing up. Dang, if I could get just anybody to come over here and do my dishes, I'd be willing to even pay for that. But I don't think anybody lives close enough who loves me. And I'm not paying anybody around here to clean my house because no. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. I do not blend well with the locals. So I never have, probably never will. I did okay when I was doing their hair because, you put on your work face. And you go and you be nice to everybody who's going to hand you money. I did have some very good friends who were also customers, but the majority of customers are just that. They're customers, and I care about them in the same way that I care about, the guy who's putting bags in my groceries. I don't wish any ill on you. I appreciate you for what you do, but I do not really know you. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think you could call them acquaintances, I guess. I have a lot of acquaintances, and I keep my friend circle kind of small because it's easier to keep up with them that way. And it takes me a while to be a trusting soul. That was the one thing that suffered when love leaving religion. It's like I really have a hard time trusting people now and their genuineness. And I know I'm not alone in that. There's a lot of people who probably feel that way. But if I tell you that I care about you, just a, disclaimer here. If I tell you that I care about you or I say I love you, I mean that shit. I don't play with people's feelings. I don't. It's the meanest, most awful thing I think you can do is to fake care. I don't fake care. I can be genuinely concerned about someone that I'm not close to, like a customer. It's genuine concern for their, well-being and such. But yeah, there's always that line of we're not best but he's forever. I just don't do that. Forever is a really long time. And so I try not to, the only thing I got going forever right now is the husband. So I appreciate every single person who likes me and cares about me. And I genuinely return that to you because that's what being human's all about. If we don't get along with each other, if we don't try to like attach, we have to attach to other people. I think that's a thing that is important for humans. We're social. We have to be social. It's hard to be. I know people who prefer to be alone and things like that, and that's okay. But I still think everybody at least sometimes needs that human connection, that little bit of connection, even if it's just a little. Um, is forever as long as an eternity? No, forever is only until I die. That's my eternity is something I can't even fathom because it can't possibly be. So, but forever is till I die. That's in my vernacular. When I say forever, that's like till I can't anymore. Wonder Lady would do my dishes. Wonder Lady would probably walk in my house and say, "Girl, I love you, but and turn around and walk right back out. So, or either that, or she say, "How long you got?" Because this is gonna take a while. My house is not gross or anything. We just have a lot of stuff, and we have a lot of stuff and a very small space to put it in is part of the problem. And I'm working towards a larger space so that we have more room for the stuff. And I do try to purge the stuff ever so often, as much as is possible. It usually causes a rather large rift in the marriage for a little while. He likes to hold on to stuff, and I like to get rid of stuff so that I can get new stuff. And he likes to keep the old stuff. So we have interesting bouts of purging in my house. It's never irreparable damage, but there's always the inevitable stepping on of toes. Like, no, you're not keeping every single rusty screw you find. It's just not happening. Give me the coffee can. Give it to me. We're not keeping all of that. Stuff and things, yeah. There's a song by Delbert McClinton. Go check it out. It's called Too Much Stuff. It's a good song. If you don't know who Delbert McClinton is, you should go check him out. He's pretty dang cool. Although it may be a southern thing, I'm not sure. But I like Delbert. Okay, come on. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Throw me some more. Y'all ain't even thrown me a carve ball yet. Come on. Let's play Stump Granny. See if you can make me say, I don't know. It's really not that hard if you try. What was his name? Whose name? Oh, Delbert. Delbert McClinton. Let me write that down. Delbert Mc. I think it's. Well, hell, damn, I'm not sure how to spell his last name all of a sudden. It's Delbert McClinton. So McClinton, I think, is how it's spelled. And the song is Too Much Stuff. I got too much stuff. I thought about having a like pick an evening for Twitter to just go hang out on YouTube and just send out songs and all my favorite music and take requests and here we'll play this one and we'll put it and just DJ for Twitter for a while. But not enough people see my tweets yet, so I'm held up on that. Who are my favorite musical artists? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Number one, top of the list forever and always is Styx, Styx, band from the 70s that did just, oh my gosh, like I never heard anything like them. before or after. It's very orchestral rock. And there's like some of them are story songs and some of them are sweet lovey songs. And oh, they just do everything. And I love everything they ever did. And you can say what you want about the Mr. Roboto thing. I liked it. And if it had not been for Mr. Roboto in the 80s, I would probably not have known about Styx and been able to go back into their library of the 70s and just be, oh, this is magnificent, because that's how I feel about them. And I was going to marry Tommy Shaw. I was going to be Angie Shaw. That was my dream. I was going to go on the road and rock the Styx forever and be Mrs. Tommy Shaw. I had a folder, a scrapbook with all the, Tiger Beat and all the rock magazines. I'd cut out all the pictures of Styx and put them in my little scrapbook, and I had it all decorated. And yeah, that was high school funness. Also, Prince is number two. Prince is number two because just genius, man, just genius. And I also have an affinity for singing like effeminate black men, and so I can do his songs. Some of them, not all of them, because some of them are really hard and some of them are really nasty. And that nasty doesn't bother me unless I'm standing up on stage and my dad's in the audience, So remember, karaoke repertoire may change with the new developments as well. There's that possibility. Prince and who's next? Who's next? Top three: Styx, Prince. Oh, Scorpions. The Scorpions from German hard rock hair metal glam band. Oh my God. Best concert I ever went to. And I've been to lots now. And the only one that ever came even close to Scorpions was the Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire together on stage. Was two of the finest horn sections in the universe together on stage. Was fully mind-blowing. But Scorpions was, I want to say this was 1994 or 5, something like that. And I went to a Scorpions concert, and it was just the ultimate high. Nobody sat down. They stood up as soon as the band came on the stage. We're standing in the seats. I don't know why we had to pay for seats because we didn't use them. It was one song right after the other, really high energy, and the music was spot on. And it was just the best concert. Still, hands down, nobody has beaten the Scorpions yet for best concert. And Def Leppard I think Def Leppard kind of goes in between Prince and Scorpions. I waffle back and forth between those two, but because I've seen Def Leppard more, but I've liked the Scorpions concert the best. But yeah, I've been to more Def Leppard concerts than anything else. I have seen Prince live. I've seen uh, uh, Styx. I've seen all of them live. Yeah, so I've seen Styx, Prince, Scorpions, and Def Leppard. So all my favorites I've been to, and it was great. When do you think we will have our first off-Earth colony, and where do you think we will go from there? I waffle a little on the space stuff because I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I love the thought of humans in space. I love the idea of it, of us being explorers of the outer reaches of the galaxy and things like that. I think that's exciting and fun. I don't see it happening. I see a lot of other stuff that gets in the way of that. And it all comes down to money. So if we're going to be off Earth, I think the first place we'll end up will be the moon, because we've already been there. We know how to get there. We know what it's like there. We've got lots of information about it. And I think that'll make a nice jumping off point to, say, Mars, or, we still don't know what all's out there. There could be a rather large piece of rock we need to go mine in the asteroid belt or something. I don't know. I see that coming probably, but not in my lifetime. I'm thinking we're probably we're probably at least half a century or so away from that, in my opinion. But that's because I've been around long enough to see how long it took us to do what we've done so far. And I watched it kind of go down the toilet because of funding, because we would rather spend money on $1 million bombs to train soldiers with and blow up for practice. That's one thing I have a lot of trouble getting my brain around, that they use actual munitions to practice, and these things cost so much money, and the military budget is so ridiculous here. It's just absurd. So yeah, off Earth is a thing that I probably think will happen, if we don't blow ourselves up first, because I'm, I'm sort of a defeatist when I look at the survival of the human race. I think we're probably going to off ourselves. We're going to do something so bad that it's going to be, Mad Max time after that. Only the strong survive, and Thunderdome. I could see that kind of stuff happening before we ever get off the planet. But if that happens, the planet will then begin to recover itself, because there won't be as many of us. And that's, I think we're kind of like, I don't want to say parasites on the planet, because we have the ability to care for it, and we have this sensibility to take care of it. We're not like the foxes and the rabbits that are just part of the ecosystem. We have something more to offer, and we could do so much better than we have. But I think that's just going to come with time. Some people are going to have to get real upset about it before any real change happens. So it's going that way. I'm never going to get to go to space, but I've been to NASA. I've been to Johnson Space Center, and I got my picture taken, and it makes it look like I'm standing on the moon. That's as close as I get. Next. That was a long one, wasn't it? Blah, 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 Granny. Oh my goodness, have I been talking to you people for almost an hour already? Holy moly, time flies when you're having a good time, doesn't it? Y'all are quite entertaining. I feel like I'm the one being entertained here. Angie on the moon. Yes. Maybe one of these days I'll even moon you. You just don't never know what could happen. Granny would not. Angie would. Granny would not moon you. Granny's much more proper. Yeah. The glasses that don't work. Well, they work if I need to read something like this. But they make the computer screen really, really blurry. I have those for reading medicine bottles and stuff. And why do they print directions for things so flippin' small? I mean, why? Does it have to be so tiny? You could add more pages and make the print bigger, Or just do pictures like they do at IKEA. Who needs all these little words? Put me some pictures up there. I can do that better by pictures anyway. I'm OC about instructions. That's the first thing that comes out of the box, and nothing else moves from the box until I've finished the instructions. And my husband is the opposite. He will finish the project swearing and cussing and scraping his knuckles the whole time. Me sitting there with the book, well, it says that, oh, never mind. And I just watch. And then he will absolutely pick up the instructions and go sit down and read them and see if he did it right. It's the weirdest thing. Yes, the instruction manual. It's a conspiracy. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy. Tiny print and instruction manuals. I got a moon from Morton. Thank you. Nice moon, by the way. All phases even. I had LASIK surgery done on my eyes a few years back, and I'm nearsighted. So they only had to do one. They took the dominant eye and made me, snipped it or whatever the hell they do, and so I could have distance vision. And then I've got up close in this one, and the brain just goes, puts it all together in one picture, and I see pretty good. But the up close stuff is getting hard because that's just that presbyopia stuff. Old eyes, old eyes. Getting there. One of these days I'll have to permanently get me an actual pair that work for both eyes, because these are just dollar store cheapies. I think I paid $7, $6, something like that. But they were mostly for emergency. It's like a little magnifying glass. I have to kind of close one eye. Oh yeah, it's this one that works. Oh no, it's this one. I don't wear them often. Part of my granny costume. And I'm sorry I didn't paint my hair today, but I just washed it, and I just kind of didn't want to goo it all up because it's clean. I painted up for Girls Night. Girls Night's on my channel this week, so y'all come and watch. 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central on Saturday. Yes, that's the day, on Saturday. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be talking about Christmas stuff and traditions and acting silly like we do. We're gonna have some guests, and of course me and Faye and Linda and Nadine. So y'all just know we have too much fun over there. And we enjoy it when you guys come over and hang out with us, because that makes it better. We get the best chats going over there, man. Y'all so silly. Oh my goodness. Well, I've been going almost an hour. That's a pretty good stretch. Usually my granny videos are only about 10 or 15 minutes long. If you have questions later for Granny, you can go and drop them in the comments down here, or you can go find me on Twitter. I have that link down there too. And I do have, if you follow me and I follow you, we can DM. So follow me, and I try to check that every day to see if I have new followers. And it's a good place to connect. I don't Twitter very much because I'm really bad at it. I read a lot of Twitter, but I don't post a whole lot because I don't know what to say. Does that make sense? It's too short. Like you can tell I'm a rambler, and that 120 thing is just not enough for me to usually have to say what I want to say. So I tend to just hold my tongue and use a lot of emojis and GIFs, GIFs. Yeah, those things that move around. That's how I communicate on Twitter most often. I use it for pushing my videos because I'm more concerned with my YouTube channel than anything else, because this is the fun for me. This is fun to come and hang out with people and to talk to myself on camera. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just the entertainer thing. It's being the clown. It's being the entertainer. That's what I do. I was born ham, 4 years old, in my pink tutu and my white go-go boots, and dancing for the family at Christmas. Everybody look at me. Everybody look, I'm showing off. So that's what brings you Granny, and that's what brings you Girls Night and all the other silliness that I like to do. I just want you all to be happy and smiling. And if you get a giggle from something I've done today, I have completed my mission of giving you a little dose of medicine, because I think it's good medicine to laugh. And if you gotta laugh at yourself more than anything, because why not? Do I own a red and white gingham dress? I don't. I don't. I do have a little red apron with an apple on it, though. I'm not a domesticated granny. I'm more like a peacock with sparkly um, shawls and such. Diva granny. There's not a whole lot of homespun going on with this granny, other than the way I sound, because Texan, deep East Texan to be precise, which is its own special Texas accent, just so you know. Mine's not as bad as it could be. because I left East Texas for many years and lived in other places. So I've lost some of it, but I've been here. I've been back in East Texas 20 years now, and it pretty much comes back with a vengeance. And if I get real excited, that's when I get real twangy and start talking real slow and like, you even guys know what I'm talking about? That's when it gets really bad. I try not to do that too much, but it's entertaining, so why not? Hello, IQ. Nice to see you, sweetie. So you just got here, so I'll wait a minute and see. Does IQ have a question for Granny before I go? Does everyone in Texas just eat ribs all the time? Yes. Yes, we do. We do. But only if they're good. That's a yes. Ribs are good. Beef or pork, I don't care. Yes, I prefer beef, but pork is good too. And we have a place here in town called Miss Jean's Barbecue. Sponsorship, sponsorship, sponsorship. Um, it is, oh my gosh, that place is to die for. Everything they have is good. They don't have anything on the menu that does not taste really good. From barbecue of all shapes and sizes, ribs, chopped, brisket, sausage, blah, 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 everything but chicken. They've got chicken sandwiches. They got chicken. They got burger. They got yeah, steak fingers and chicken fried steak, and they have the best fried shrimp I have ever gotten at another establishment other than my own home, because I can put some spank on some shrimp. But this place, this shrimp is divine. It is so good. It is just the right crispy breading and just the right everything. And they make their own tartar sauce, and oh, it's so good. So good. But yeah, their ribs are pork, and they just you try to bite it and it just all the meat just falls off the bone. They're so tender and so well done that it's just beautiful thing. Rodent ribs, no, those are too small. There's no meat on those. Oh, Mr. Shadow Kitty's leaving. Have a nice one. Thank you for coming by, sweetie. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you for coming in here and giving me your watch time. That is a valuable resource in our community, and I thank you for sharing yours with me. Rodent ribs. Now, I've had pet hamsters. I actually I have a soft spot for rodents, in case y'all couldn't tell. Excuse me. I have a soft spot for rodents. I think they're adorable. We have any number of strange critters that live out here, but mostly possums and raccoons, armadillos, lots of armadillos. Armadillos are gross, though. They smell really bad. And they're not cute. I don't think they're cute. Most often you see them on the side of the road half smushed. So they're not very bright either. They don't have, they will go across the road. It's like they're oblivious to anything else on the planet. They are on this little forward mission, and they're like, "Doot, doot, 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 doot. I'm an armadillo. I'm going this way. I'm an armadillo. I'm going this way." Bright light, horn honk, nothing. The thing is just like, "I'm an armadillo. I'm going this way. I'm an armadillo going this way." They're just really stupid, I think. And they smell, and they will bury themselves up under your house and make your dogs angry and things like that. The possums are okay. They eat stuff that we don't like, and but don't ever let a possum get in your garage, because that's bad. And you don't want the possum to poo in your garage, because it's really vile smelling stuff. Experience, voice of experience. Don't let the possums poo in your garage. It's bad. It's funny, but it's bad. Oh, porcupines do make good noises. That little squeaky, grunty thing is really cute, especially when they're eating. And otters are cute. I like otters. Water sausage, they call them. I really adore some of the silly names that they've made up for other animals now. Danger noodle for snake and stuff like that cracks me up. I'm sometimes easily entertained, though, so there's that too. Brontosaurus ribs like Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. Ooh, dead possum in the garage is way stinkier than possum poo in the garage. I'm sorry, junk shop. That's terrible. That's when you get the you get the bleach out and you try to just like hose the whole place down. There's not enough incense in the world for dead critter smell. Ugh. No, 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 no. Brontosaurus ribs at the Ark Encounter. That's really funny because is that a real thing? Do they really do that? They say that dinosaurs were on the Ark? Really? Because like I went to church. I don't remember them ever teaching about dinosaurs. Like I don't remember dinosaurs ever mentioned in the Bible. So I have a little trouble with that. I mean, I sort of thought the whole arc thing was BS from the start, but when they give you them stories when you're really little, and they sugary coat them so that they sound like, oh, God saved all the animals. Oh, but he killed all the people. You don't get that last part in Sunday school. You just get the sweet bits. Oh, but no, I don't remember anything about dinosaurs in the Bible. I'm trying to remember anything. I do remember unicorns in the Bible. Yeah, dragons are in the Bible. Talking donkeys, talking snakes. What else? Oh, whatever random fish has no digestive juices in its stomach because that guy hung out in there for so long and didn't even have like a sunburn. That was weird. What about there was another one? There was another weird one. Oh, the Leviathan. The Leviathan. I was taught that that was a whale or a large bear it was just a large creature. It wasn't. Nobody ever said the word dinosaur at church ever. Like dinosaurs was not a thing they taught us about there. We got that at school. And, you know, when you're so completely indoctrinated, you don't even question the disconnect between I'm learning about this thing at school and I'm learning this thing over here, and they don't go together. They don't go together, but you don't put it together. It's weird. It's weird when you get it from such a young age that it's just part of your thought process. Morton's a talking donkey. I wonder if Linda would agree with that. Possibly sometimes, maybe. One of these things is not like the other. All three of these things are kind of the same. But one of these things is not like the other. I grew up on Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers and the Electric Company. Does anybody else remember the Electric Company that used to come on after Sesame Street? And wasn't it Morgan Freeman who was Easy Reader? I think it was. And I loved that show. I loved the Electric Company. Sesame Street was good, but the Electric Company was fun. We watched this. We watched the first one just to get to the second one. Hi, Miss Kathy. How are you? Nice to see you again. Welcome back. I'm Granny today. So there's shawl glasses. Got the costume on. Answering all and any of your questions. Do you have any? Shout them out now. I still got time. It's not like I have to go anywhere right now. I do have to go to Walmart in a little bit and pick up some things that I hate going to Walmart. But I ordered it ahead of time, so all I gotta do is just go in there and get it. It's already paid for. I don't have to walk through aisles and stuff. No. I can't. I don't And I will have to swing by like the Dollar Tree because pretty much anything else that's getting Christmas is coming from there because it's going to end up in the bottom of the toy box somewhere anyway in 2 weeks and they will have forgotten about it. So I'm not spending a whole lot of money. Like they get their big gifts from Santa or well, one of them still thinks Santa's a thing and one of them does not, but I've let the 9-year-old in on all the secrets, so she's helping me keep it magic for baby sister. It's kind of cool. It's a she asked me the other day, is Santa Claus a real person? I was like, well, I think we need to talk about that. Oh, you can't do that on television. That was Canadian, wasn't it? Because I remember that when Nickelodeon first came out. When Nickelodeon was just brand new, you can't do that on television. That's where they started the green slime thing, right? Yeah, I remember that show. That was fun. I can't remember what year that was. I'm trying to remember, did I watch that as a kid or did I watch that with my kids? Because I can't remember. I want to say I watched it with my kids because we didn't have Nickelodeon when I was growing up, and that was a Nickelodeon thing. Yeah, I want to say it was when my kids were little because, you know, that the memory thing, that's the first to go. Excuse me. I loved the Electric Company. And Sesame Street back then was a lot better. I have watched a few episodes. My kids don't really care for Sesame Street. They never did for whatever reason, but um, I've watched a few episodes of it in the recent past, and it's like, that's not what I remember. I don't remember it being so structured, like it's the same every week. Now, they have like segments, and it's the same every week. And they do different letters of what's the letter, but it's not. Sesame Street used to be kind of random. I remember each episode was different and would have different things, and they had all the animations for learning the numbers and things like that. And now we get Elmo every day. Elmo's World, which he's adorable, but oh my God, only for a few minutes. I never bought any of the Tickle Me Elmo things. I avoid the craze gifts because, eh, I did that one year. The oldest one was like 4, and she's like, I want the roller skating baby. So I bought the roller skating baby, paid way too much for the roller skating baby, and the roller skating baby would not roller skate. Like it didn't like the floor in my house, apparently, because it just would fall over. It would go for a second and then just go. And we never did figure out how to get that stupid doll to stay upright and roller skate. And that little girl was severely disappointed. So I quit doing the fad gift thing that year. Thankfully, I learned that one early. And anything that makes a lot of noise is not something a parent is usually going to buy for a kid. That's the job of the aunts, the uncles, and the grandparents is to buy all the noisy things that need batteries. Yeah, I like quiet toys. A little Elmo goes a long way, a very long way. Um, the fact that he speaks of himself in third person throws me just a little bit because little kids do that, but they don't do it for very long. Like it's really a short span of time and before they realize the whole I am my name type thing. They get it pretty early on. And Elmo's supposed to be 3 years old, if I remember correctly. And I know most 3-year-olds just don't refer to themselves in the third person. That's a much younger thing. Uh, I refer to myself in the third person a lot, especially when I'm talking to the kids. I'll be like, Granny is going to get you if you don't stop doing that. Or Granny's so proud of you. And it's weird though, because like it bothers me if Elmo does it, but I do it. Go figure. Little double standard there, Granny. Yo, Gabba Gabba. I've only caught that a few times. That just is odd to me. I don't. Those characters are a little scary, but then like my kids have copies of HR Puffin stuff. I go retro. My kids watch Woody Woodpecker, and Puffin stuff and Looney Tunes and things like that because I want them to be well educated historically. I guess. Also, because if I have to watch it, I at least want it to be something I can stand to watch. Uh, a lot of the movies that come out now are okay. I can handle, especially if it's got a lot of music in it, because music's cool. Music's cool. I'm all about the music. So yeah, throw me some Trolls. I like to watch the Trolls, and they sing a lot. And SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob. Is that wrong? I mean, it really is strange. It's just so stupid. And it's so stupid that even the kids realize it's stupid. It's like there's no fear of them not being able to distinguish what's going on in SpongeBob's world between what happens in reality. Like they call it out regularly. What? Why are they swimming? How? I thought they were underwater. How are they at the beach? That sort of thing. And does plankton really have one eye? Like no, actual plankton does not have any eyes. I don't think. But SpongeBob is funny, and they throw those little what I call adult sideways comments in there that the kid doesn't get it. They don't get the reference. It's just SpongeBob saying something silly or Squidward saying something silly, but the adult in the room is going like this because they just do it. They do that so that mother and father do not go insane while the child is watching SpongeBob, and I can appreciate that. Oh, DuckTales, woo. Every day we're out there making DuckTales, woo. Yes, I love DuckTales. Rescue Rangers. Yeah, we are going back in time, ain't we? I liked Speedy Gonzales was always my favorite cartoon character. He was my favorite. Always, always, forever will be Speedy. Uh, arriba, arriba, ándale, ándale, yepa, yepa, yeehaw. I do hope that my children will one day grow up and want to share some of the stuff that I've given them, the grands with their kids, because that we kind of skipped a generation, being that I'm having to raise them like they don't get to hear a lot of popular music because I don't listen to that. It's on the classic rock channel or all 80s all the time pop or something like that. Uh, so they're getting good music education, but they're not getting current music education. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that because I'm not too fond of the current music scene. It's like kind of vapid and shallow, if you ask me. There are good out there, and I don't knock everybody, but most of what's coming out of there is just so much bubblegum. It's ridiculous. Like you can only take so much sugar before you start feeling a little sick. I waited as long as I could to light another cigarette, so sorry. After a while, I start to get that thing in my head. Unless you're a smoker, you don't understand or addicted to anything else. It's that beast of addiction. Which I'm gonna kick it one of these days. I promise, guys. I really am. No, I'm not making any resolutions because I already talked about how badly I fail at those. So baby steps. My next baby step is to make a doctor's appointment and see if I can get some help with that so that I don't end up weighing like 500 pounds and not being able to walk anymore. Because where I'm at now is already painful. And if I get any bigger, it's going to be damn near impossible. So I can't do that to myself. That is not fair to me or my family. So I'm trying to take better care of me. Trying. I have a lot of help. Wonder Lady tells me lots of good stuff. So she's 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 my backbone sometimes when I get a little too squishy or too whiny. She's there to go, you can do that. You can do it this and you can do that. That's the things you can do. So get on it. Just play it. Well, it's gone a little quiet in the chat. You didn't leave me, did you? Okay, I gotta go check. Nope. Nope. Didn't all leave me yet. That's cool. I sure appreciate everybody coming by. Been going almost an hour and a half now, so I guess I'm probably gonna shut it down and go find something else to do, like go pick up the stuff from Walmart. Ooh, gross. There's that. But then I would be done with all the major Christmassy stuff. And then I can, one day trip to the Dollar Tree and I'll have stockings stuffed and finito. And it'll be, $20, $30 max, depending on what I find. The kids love the glow sticks. So I know they're not environmentally friendly. Don't shoot me, but they love them. And they actually keep them for a while too. It's not like they just throw them away when they stop glowing. They remain rather attached to them for a while. So they don't end up immediately in a landfill somewhere. I know that's not a good excuse, but whatever. I appreciate you all coming today. For those of you who've been here the first time, thank you for coming. And all of my regulars, I love you all so much. I do hope everybody has a grand next 24 hours, day, night, evening, whatever time zone you're in. Enjoy yourself. Be safe, be warm, be happy. And I'll catch you later. Peace, y'all. Bye. Push the button.